British. I was born in the UK. I've lived in New York for the last 5 years, and I just had a strong sense to come to somewhere British and pay my condolences today. It just feels like a really sad loss, and I didn't expect it for myself, but to feel so sad. She's the only monarch I've ever known. And she was such an incredible woman, so I think it feels right to pay our respects in any way possible. I think she was a true feminist, and having a daughter myself, I hope that, you know, she can look up to some of the Queen's attributes and take those on herself. She led the country for 70 years, which is just remarkable, and no one's ever going to beat the longest reigning monarch now. She was an incredible lady.
You know, I'll go back home in a few days, and so many of the different symbols that we live with, stamps, passports, banknotes, she's everywhere, and it is a sad reminder of mortality. She's someone that you think is always going to be there, and unfortunately not anymore. It's really sad, and you can tell from, you know, all of the friends that have been in touch, and even frankly colleagues here in the city, and the way that they feel about it as well. Yeah, it's going to be a time of quite profound change, I think. I don't know how it came to mind, but as soon as I heard the news, I looked up and saw that this was something that you could come and do today, and I thought that it was something that I know that I should do. She said that she would give everything that she had way back in 1952, and she certainly did that. She was a symbol. She was, you know, she was. I think it was said today, back in Parliament in the UK, that she didn't reign over us, but she stood with us, and she represented the best of British, but also the best of being a good person, and I think that will be remembered.
I think that Queen Elizabeth was this model of continuity these past 4 or 5 years in this country, with all the turmoil we've had, and just having someone to look to. You know, her death marks the end of an era of history of the world, so I think we were lucky to have her, and lucky to have her as an example of leadership. I think she's a symbol of continuity. I mean, I think that really is the hallmark, you know, and I think maybe we understand her a little bit more. I think that, you know, it's hard to have role models when you're an adult, right? So finding leaders that are alive that you can follow and model after is super important. So I think all of our hearts are with Great Britain and the Commonwealth today. I'm glad to see that there are people in this country who have sympathy for our, you know, allies across the Atlantic, and to make sure that it's just a symbol of humanity kind of thrives across all countries, right?